What's up YouTube? For today's project, we got the New York City Huf Dunks. The Huf Dunks from 2022 are some of my favorite dunks to ever come out. I got the San Francisco's brand new at home. I just got these from Dallas Sneakercon a few weeks back, but they're in horrible condition. They weren't that bad when I bought them, but in the last few weeks I've worn them a lot just to dirty them up to show you guys how to properly clean up this shoe. Once we're done with the cleaning, I'm gonna do some slight modifications to the sneaker to make them look perfect. These are personals, so I wanna make them look right. Without further ado, let's get it started. To get this project started, we are going to be using our Rejuvenator Signature Shoe Cleaning Kit to give the shoe a proper deep clean. But first, we got to take out the laces and insoles. Next step, during the cleaning process and drying process, we want to eliminate the creasing. For this, we're going to be using our shoe trees. Now, before we can start cleaning using water and solution, we're going to be using our soft bristle brush and the compressor to blow off and brush off any surface dust and debris on the sneakers. All prepped, let's get started with this cleaning. First, we're gonna squirt some solution into our bowl of water. 2 squirts is all we need, and then we're gonna go directly to using the soft bristle brush to start breaking down the grime and dirt on the uppers and insides. So far so good, we're all done with the soft bristle brush. Everything about these uppers look great. However, I'm gonna move on to the medium bristle brush. I do wanna go back and hit up the stitching on the white. Right now it's still pretty dingy. We're gonna give it a good scrub. All done with the medium bristle brush. While I was at it, I took care of the insoles. Luckily, the insoles weren't that bad, so they cleaned up nicely. Next, we're gonna move on to the stiff bristle brush to finish off by cleaning the midsoles and outsoles. Cleaning is complete. We got the uppers, insides, soles, and midsoles all cleaned up. All that's left to do to complete this cleaning process is to put the shoe inside the washing machine with our sneaker laundry bag. We gotta flush out all the trapped in dirt and suds. Now, before we put them in the washing machine, I do want to talk about the laces. These laces are extremely dirty. I'm gonna let these sit in the water and leftover solution for several hours so I can break down the grime and dirt. After that, I'll give them a good scrub with my hands and then I'll put them in the washing machine. To the washer. All right, we got the shoe out of the washing machine. We let them dry for several hours outside under the sun. This shoe looks great. There's no stains anywhere on the sneaker. Honestly, that's why I bought this shoe in the first place, because I knew it was gonna clean up nicely. This shoe is 100% safe to put in the washing machine. If you have a really beat up, dirty pair, definitely put them in the wash to get the sock liner back to white and wash out all the bacteria and grime. The next step we're gonna do is put these inside the indoor setup. There isn't any oxidation on the sneaker. However, the UV rays do a great job of whitening the materials. It's the end of the day here at Rejuvenator. Tomorrow morning, I'll pick it back up. We're gonna let these sit overnight with the hopes that the UV rays whiten up the material. The cream on the midsole is supposed to be like that. That's how they originally came. Let's put them in the Vick 2000. After about 12 hours, we got the shoe out of the indoor setup. Not no crazy big difference, but the shoe is looking clean and white. So we're all done with that step. Let's keep it moving. Next step is the fun part. If you guys don't know already, all 3 versions of the Huf Dunks have a really cool panel underneath the panels on each side right here. For the New York City pair, it has a cool image of clouds, but you gotta put in some work to get there. So for this part, we're gonna be using an X-Acto knife to chop off the leather. We just wanna be very careful and not cut off the swoosh, the white leather, or cut too deep and cut the entire panel off. For this pair, we're gonna do both inside panels. If I like it a lot, I'll do it on all 4, but we'll just start on the insides for now. A couple tips I want to share with you guys when it comes to this step. You want to use a brand new sharp X-Acto knife. It's going to make your life so much easier during this step. Another thing is you don't want to cut too deep. If you look at the leather, it's not that deep at all, so cutting it off is really easy. On the off chance that you cut way too deep and that panel's coming off, all you got to do is grab a little paintbrush, bark super stick, lay some glue down there, let it cure, heat it up and stick it together, and that'll solve that issue. But try your best to not cut that deep. It'll save you time in the long run. Onto the toe boxes. Originally when they first came out, both toe boxes had a metal chrome swoosh, but from all the wear and tear, one of them came off from the left shoe. I'm not exactly sure how that happened. On the right shoe, I tried removing this one with my hand by pulling on it and it simply wouldn't come off. I'm pretty sure from more wear and tear over some time, it might come off, so keep that in mind if you guys do have these shoes and wear them a lot. So now the question is, how am I gonna fix this? There's 3 different options. Option 1, I can make both shoes symmetrical by grabbing some pliers and removing this chrome swoosh and calling it a day. Option 2 is to carefully remove this chrome swoosh somehow, make a cast and mold, remake another one for the second shoe, but that's gonna be a lot of work and I'm not exactly sure if these shoes are even worth going through that process. So the third option is to leave it as is. I don't mind that option. I like the chrome swoosh on one of the toe boxes and the Huf as is on the opposite. It doesn't look weird to me at all. So what I'm thinking about doing is grabbing some leather filler and filling in the holes where the swoosh once was, just to make it even and make it seem like it was never there. There's a good chance in the future with more wear and tear that chrome swoosh is gonna fall off. It's right in the crease area, so it kind of makes sense why that first swoosh came off. I'm kind of expecting the same thing for the second. When that happens, I'm gonna do the exact same method I did for the left shoe. Alright, so we got the leather filler inside these small holes. I ended up using a toothpick to get in there. The spatula is way too big. Next step is to let it dry for a couple hours. I'm thinking once it dries, I'm gonna have to go back and add another layer before I start sanding. Leather filler is all dried. I ended up doing 3 solid coats. After every coat, I let it dry. The reason why I ended up doing 3 is because 2 wasn't enough. These holes are pretty deep. Next, we're gonna do some sanding so we can get the leather nice and flush with the leather filler. First, we're gonna tape around that area, and then using some 800 grit and 1000 grit sandpaper, we're gonna get it nice and smooth. Sanding is complete. We got it nice and smooth and flush with the rest of the leather. Next, we got to touch it up with some paint. I was hoping it was going to be navy blue, easy mix. However, it never is. I had to mix up all these colors to get the perfect tone. I started with Angela's French Blue. It's a nice dark color to begin with. Then I added some purple and red to give it a purple hue. If you look at it closely up close in person, the blue has a purple hue to it. That's why I added the red and purple. Then I had to add some sapphires to bring back some more blue. Added some white to remove some of the darkness. Added a duller to remove the shine, and that's how I got the perfect match. Now let's go ahead and touch it up with a small angular brush. color match is on point, you can't even tell anything was there. I am gonna save this paint because I do plan on wearing these shoes a lot. I'm pretty sure in the near future, this chrome swoosh is also gonna fall off. I am gonna repeat the process I did on the left shoe on this toe box, so it's worth saving the paint. As I was inspecting the shoes, I noticed that there is some other small scuffs in this small area right here. Now that we have our mixed up paint, let's touch it up. Paint is all touched up, as you can see, no scuffs, perfect color match. All right, so real quick, while we're on the details, right here in the tongue, we got some random glue marks. That's from the factory. It's a pretty common issue with random brand new shoes. Sometimes it's on the suede, sometimes it's on the sock liner. It's just pretty random. It's pretty easy to get off. This method works on most shoes. All you need is a heat gun and a glue eraser. We're gonna heat it up a little bit and simply rub it off. All right, that's basically it for this restoration. Let's lace them up. Alright guys, that's gonna bring us to an end on these New York City Huf Dunks. Overall, this was an easy, straightforward project with some cool techniques that can be applied to other sneakers. I started off by giving the shoe a good deep clean by using our Reshoeminator signature shoe cleaning kit and putting them in the washing machine. The shoe is 100% safe to put inside. There is no bleeding from any of the materials. After that, we had a clean base to work with. Then we went into the customizing side of things by cutting off the side panels. I could have done it to all four, but I really like the color blocking on the outside of the sneaker. When you do this step, make sure you have a sharp X-Acto knife and don't cut too deep because you can easily cut the entire panel off. For the toe box panel that had a missing swoosh, we touched up the holes with a little leather filler, matched the paint, and basically made it seem like the swoosh was never there. These are easy techniques that can be applied to other sneakers. You just gotta follow these steps and take your time. I'm just excited to have these in the collection, ready to be worn. These will go nicely with my San Francisco pair. I just need that third colorway in the collection. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Vick Almighty. I'll catch you guys next Monday. See you guys.